Hey guys, welcome to Blaugranas United. Welcome to another video, and today I want to, lift the spirits, be, I guess, more optimistic. I know the past couple of videos and the past couple, especially of days, has been me basically just bashing about the Neymar situation, about the Barcelona situation, and all these things that are stressing me out. Some of you guys have been calling me negative, and I can see how it annoys you that it's not that you guys want to see some light at the end of the tunnel, that we haven't had a good season, and hearing me bash about the Neymar situation is not particularly cheerful to hear, and I understand it. I first want to address that I don't think it's been negative. I think it's been more critical. And for example, in the seasons where we've played fantastic football and not won as many titles as we should have, then I'm not so critical, because we've done things properly and we have worked towards. We've worked this season very well, and we've done things right. That we means on 1 or 2 titles. That maybe if we on another day we could have gotten the luck that we needed, then that's different. So with today's video, I want to address that. And I also want to address the situation of success for next season. Like, what are my thoughts on next season? And if I was Eric Vidal, and with what the board already wants to do, what would I do, and how the season could pan out in the best possible way? And I want to address that this is bringing in the 4 signings that Barcelona wants to do. So they want to bring in Matis, they want to bring a center back, a left back, a goalkeeper, and they want to bring a superstar name to the forward line. That is going to be one of Griezmann or Neymar for the forward line, for the superstar coming in. That's going to be a possible left back, a backup goalkeeper because Stilson wants to leave, and one center back player like Matis de Ligt, who has been rumored for the past couple months coming to Barcelona. I just want to address that this is not exactly what I would do. I don't think we need that many signings, but I will accept bringing in these players because it's part of what we want to do. And to be honest, I feel that this is what we're going to do for this season. So with all this said, I'm going to put the 4 names that I think we should sign, what we've been rumored with the past couple of weeks, the rumors that have been navigating around. And how will the season pan out in the best possible way? So with all that out of the way, let's get into the video. So as you're going to be seeing in the lineup, I think that we're going to line up with Marc-André ter Stegen in net, with Semedo, Jordi Alba, Piqué and Lenglet. I think that's how we're going to start the season with. I think that Piqué and Lenglet had a very, very good season. I think that they both had some downs, but especially they were really good. Lenglet had a fantastic debut season at Barcelona. Piqué, I think, had one of his best seasons in years. Alba, of course, a 10 of a season he had. It was absolutely world class, best left back in the world, definitely, for at least this past season and maybe 2 seasons already. Semedo and Sergio Roberto, they're going to cover that right back spot, I think, well enough. I think that Semedo, with confidence, is going to be a menace. He could really step up to the next level with some more minutes. I think the midfield, hopefully, is going to be something like in the likes of Busquets, Artur, and Frenkie de Jong. Frenkie de Jong and Artur, 2 players are very similar, that like to have the ball, they like to construct from deep, they like to get the ball all the time. But it's very hard to take the ball away from them. That the only way to take the ball away from them is to tackle them and foul them. They're 2 really good players that I think will understand each other very well. Frenkie de Jong already saying that he will be delighted to play with Arthur, that he can't wait to play with Arthur. And Arthur the same way. I think that they're both going to have fantastic dynamic coming up next season. And them with more energy and being able to run more, I think is going to facilitate things for Sergio Busquets, because we're going to have more of the possession, and Sergio Busquets is going to be less exposed when trying to do that defensive ability. And in the forward line, I believe that with the addition of Griezmann, we're gonna have a forward line of Suarez, Messi, and Griezmann, with Dembele being like the 12th man, like, you know, coming in for being the first player substituted basically in the 60th minute. He's gonna be rotated, I guess, with Griezmann and Suarez. Suarez, as he's been saying, that he knows that they're bringing a striker, that he has said before that he's getting on age, that it's time for him for Barcelona to bring in a striker, and I believe him accepting to reduce his minutes will be very beneficial. Griezmann can play on the number 9 position, then Dembele can play on the left. Whenever Messi needs to rest for some reason or another, because we have a game of Champions League games, you can play the La Liga game on the right with Griezmann and Suarez, and I think that will be a very good dynamic for Barcelona. So with that said, I think that we can, with this said, players like Coutinho, Rakitic, they would have left the club. I think that we would have completed the signing of Matthijs de Ligt. We would have completed the signing of a left back who, in my opinion, okay, there's been rumors of Junior Firpo, Felipe Luis, Rafael Guerreiro. I think somewhere said Alex Grimaldo. I think for the backup left back, I'm gonna go for Marco Kurela. Marco Kurela, who you guys know my opinion about him, I've said it multiple times. For 10 to 20% of the minutes of the season, Marco Kurela, it's perfect enough. He can do a job. He proved that Eibar, although he was playing as a left midfielder, but you know, that role at Barcelona is basically a wing back role, and that allows you to be much more attacking. So I think Marco Kurela on a team of 10 starters plus him would be very beneficial for him. I think that whenever Barcelona rotate like 1 or 2 players playing with the starters, those players have a lot more confidence to play with a team that knows how they're playing. They're not playing that you're not switching 11 for 11, and you're all of a sudden playing with players that never play with each other. I think having players like Cucurella playing those minutes will be very beneficial for you. You're saving money. You're not paying 20 to 30 million euros on a left back to just play 10 or 20% of the minutes, like happened to Lucas Dean. I think even Felipe Luis on a free, it's not as beneficial as having Cucurella, who is from La Masia, that knows the house. That it's very exciting, honestly, like the project that we could have this coming season, developing players like Aleñá, Frenkie de Jong, Artur, Ricky Puig in midfield. That is a very exciting midfield in my opinion, with the muscle and energy and like just everything that Arturo Vidal gives you in midfield. He would play as a defensive midfielder, as a center midfielder, giving you a lot of muscle, a lot of energy whenever in the important games for some reason that we're in the minutes of the game where you don't dominate the game. Because let's be honest, I don't expect Barcelona to dominate every single minute of every single game, especially against in the Champions League, where you're playing with teams that are similar to your level, that you're not going to be able to dominate every single minute. Because as we've seen, there's not a team in world football that is able to dominate every single minute of a game. There's always going to be that spell of 5 to 20 minutes at least that a team is going to have on you, and they could cause you a lot of damage. So I think us being able to develop players like in midfield of Aleñá, Ricky Puig, and then having starters like Frenkie de Jong and Artur, that they're all the Barcelona profile, that they have the Barcelona DNA. They like to move the ball, they like to construct from deep, they are very good passers, that are not scared to give a back pass to reconstruct and go again. Having the muscle of Arturo Vidal, using players like Sergio Roberto, who's an actually really good midfielder in my opinion. Like, you've seen him come from the right midfield spot whenever we have the ball. He's very good going forward, and he gives you a lot more going forward, in my opinion, at least for the time being, than Nelson Semedo. That might be because he has a lot more confidence than Semedo, and I am true that Semedo with more confidence will be a lot better going forward. But at this moment in time, Sergio Roberto is really good at it, and in midfield he could also give us a lot. I think that players like Oriol Busquets and Ludovic Reis that we've signed from Groningen this season, playing defensive midfield, also playing those Copa del Rey games, or playing whenever they have a chance, will be very beneficial. We could have a lot of La Masia players feature prominently in the team for sporadic minutes, and I think they will be very happy with that, you know. Players like Abel Ruiz, okay, there's going to be 4 forwards that are going to play basically 95% of the minutes of the season, but Abel Ruiz, you can play some of the minutes, and I think giving players like Ricky Puig, Aleñá, Oriol Busquets, Cucurella, giving Abel Ruiz, Musa Wagué, those kind of minutes, it's very beneficial not only for them, who are getting experience in the top 5 football in Spain, but also to the other La Masia players who haven't made it yet, and giving them a chance of, and telling them, and giving them the message of, there is a chance, like if you're good enough, you will get a chance to play at Barcelona, to at least feature, and being given a chance, and that will give him a lot of motivation and drive to keep going and be very beneficial. So I think that will be, I'm hopeful that that's what's going to happen, and it will be honestly so good to see that, to see what Luis Enrique, what Guardiola, what they've tried to install at Barcelona, and of playing with the youth players that want to give it all for the shirt, and it would just be very nice. You also, Matthijs de Ligt, because we're saying Matthijs de Ligt, that means that we talk with Piqué and we tell him, Gerard Piqué, you've given us a lot. We appreciate everything that you've done for the club, but we like you to decrease some minutes. Piqué has agreed with this, and Matthijs de Ligt at the crucial moments of the season, we're gonna have Piqué starting, but we're gonna play Matthijs de Ligt 50% of the minutes, and he's gonna play pretty much a lot in the mid-season, and at the beginning and the end of the season, Piqué's gonna be playing a lot more prominently. Then you're gonna have Longley or Umtiti. We don't know if he's gonna be fixed. He's gonna be okay of his knee. He's gonna have knee concerns. Longley, I think, has had a very good season, and we sent Todibo on loan, or we keep him. I think we should send him on loan if we are gonna have those 4 center backs to maybe to an Ajax or to a Betis or Sevilla, something like that. Teams that are for the time being gonna have the ball and I think are gonna do a good job. It would be very nice to see these at Barcelona. It would be a different dynamic, and who knows, maybe we're waiting until July the 1st to sack Ernesto Valverde, regardless of Ernesto Valverde staying or going. Maybe if we talk to him, hey, you at Athletic Bilbao, you were working a certain line, that's what we brought you. We do believe that you have the ability of playing attacking football and dominating with possession with the tools that we've given you. And Ernesto Valverde could be illuminating and say, hey, I have these players, why don't I use them the way that they're supposed to? That would be an idea. I think that he is a good manager. Ernesto Valverde, I don't think he's as bad of a manager as people make him out to be. I just think that he is, he has a lot of pressure from the heavyweights in the squad, and I think that with that alleviated, I think Messi being the leader that he is, telling them, hey, let's play all for the shirt, like something like what Luis Enrique did to the players, where he kind of talked to Messi and gave the message to the big players, telling them that, hey, you're gonna be successful, we can all do this, let's go forward, let's try to win everything. And 12 months later, we're winning the treble. So I'm not saying that a successful season will be the treble. Obviously, a treble will be a successful season. I'm just saying anything that just leaves you with a good season of feeling that, hey, we couldn't have done anything more than we did this season, and if whatever titles we win, we're grateful for them, and the titles that we don't win, okay, we gave it our all, let's go ahead next season and try again. So next season, if you only win La Copa del Rey or you just win La Liga and you gave it your all, like you got knocked out by a little bit in the Champions League, it was close, and you gave it your all, there's nothing to be shameful of. Just try to compete well, do things the right way. Obviously, giving Messi the best, having Messi in your team, it's helpful. It's having the best player of all time is always helpful in your team. It gives you an edge over everyone else because you have a tool that no one else possesses. So with all this said and done, I think that this is the way that I see that the best way possible for Barcelona's season to pan out and to be played the best way possible. You're gonna have the likes of Griezmann, who I think he should give if he's gonna sign for Barcelona, he should give an apology to the fans, saying, hey, I'm sorry for the video, for la decisión. I'm here to give it my all and play for the shirt, and I think that as soon as he starts doing well, we'll all forgive him and we can go forward. I just want to say one last thing before finishing the video, that this team I don't think we can have a season like this if there is Neymar in the club. But thinking about Griezmann, and I think that we have something already done with Griezmann and putting in this scenario. And with all this said and done, leave me comments in the comment section below. Do you think that this is possible? That it's good to be optimistic but not be delusional, or that you think that we can even go forward and you're extremely confident that we're gonna win a treble next season? Leave me your opinions on the first Barcelona's next season and things that you want me to talk about other teams. I want to make a video about West Ham. I think that they're having an interesting project going on, and there's some other teams that I would like to talk about. Manchester City's double soup for Cancelo and Rodri, Marcos Llorente signing for Atletico Madrid. Very interesting thing going on right now, and I would like to talk about them. So leave me your opinions in the comment section below. What would you like, guys, for me to talk about next? And with all that said and done, leave me comments in the comment section below. Comment, like, and subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one, Blaugranas.